Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another podcast slash video, whatever you want to call it. Go ahead, call it what you want. But we are going to talk about Aquib Talib's retirement. Yes, Aquib Talib has officially retired after 12 seasons and being 34 years old. He said he'd play one more season if a team decided to give him a good check, and Bill Belichick hit him up, He gave him the deal of a lifetime, says Aquib Talib, and he quickly realized with the schedule of the Patriots, that the tight ends he would have to cover, and he just said no. He said that his heart wasn't in it anymore, and that he was going to take his talents to the booth and starting a podcast called Call to the Booth. Definitely, I'm going to watch that podcast with Aquib Talib, only playing 4 seasons last year. That's pretty bad. That sucks. Going off of a rib injury, playing only 5 games last year, only going 5 games, it sucks, but, yeah, I wonder how he's going to do with his podcast. I hope it turns out really good, but, I hope he succeeds in doing it, and, some of his achievements involve being drafted in the first round of 2008 by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He was a 5-time Pro Bowler. 35 career interceptions, tied for first with among active players in the NFL. I don't know what it is of all time, but I don't think it's that high of all time. Let me know what it is. Like, is it, I'm thinking maybe 6th of all time, maybe? I don't know. But being tied for first among active plays and retiring, meaning it's not really among active players anymore. But, oh well, I mean, whoever's still, I don't know who's tied with Aquib, but, hopefully you can pass that up this season. Get it to like 36 or 7, who knows? 10 pick sixes, most among active players, and 4th of all time. That's pretty good. Being the most among active players, possibly this season, someone else is gonna change that. Whoever is behind him, maybe you guys are gonna change that this year. I don't know. But 10 pick sixes in his whole career. Wow. 12 seasons, that's pretty good. I mean, people, pick sixes aren't like deflected passes, they just don't happen every game. They're not like tackles. They are a pretty rare occasion, unless unless you're about to get a safety or something and you just pick six it. That'd be pretty easy, maybe. I don't know. I don't play corner. Yeah, being drafted first round, 5-time Pro Bowler, 35 interceptions with 10 of those being pick sixes. That's pretty good. That is really good. And obviously, the number 1 achievement in Aquib Talib's career, being a Super Bowl champion with the Broncos and Peyton Manning. Y'all have seen it, Super Bowl 50. Cam Newton just gave up the entire Super Bowl to Peyton Manning, and Peyton Manning has retired, and now, 5 years later, Aquib Talib is retiring. Who else was on that defense? I'm pretty sure it was Von Miller, I think, was on that defense. Maybe, hopefully I hope he won't retire this season. You know, getting pretty close, him being injured and all. But the 2020 offseason, that Eli Manning retired, Luke Kuechly retired, and now Aquib Talib retiring. That's pretty nuts. That's 3 retirements, 3 surprising retirements in the 2020 offseason. So if 2021 can be any bigger of an offseason, that'd be a pretty nuts offseason. Like, the Jags would have to become the number 1 in power rankings or something like that, you know? Yeah, so Aquib Talib is no longer a football player. Well, he's a football player, but he's no longer playing in the NFL and no longer plays for the Rams. Hope y'all enjoyed this video / podcast, whatever you want to call it. And hopefully we don't have to talk about another retirement before the 2020 season starts.